Give me all your garbage banknotes, you know what I mean? Just all the beat up ones. Give me anything. I don't care. What's going on, guys? I got 200 bucks worth of tens I grabbed from the bank earlier before they closed down for the holiday. So let's just skip me talking about it. Let's jump right into them. You know, it's 20 $10 notes. See if we find anything worth more than face value, or is at least collectible. All right, so tens. Pretty similar as any other banknote. Check out the seals, serial numbers. They're printed in the same three-phase printing process as other U.S. Federal Reserve notes. So every denomination is printed the same way. Nothing in the serial number jumping out. Back of the note, nice depiction of the U.S. Treasury building, which looks pretty drab from the outside, but is a pretty cool tour experience. Nothing really crazy. Keep an eye out around here where these repetitious tens are, up in the top right corner. They actually form a constellation, so to speak, called Orion, and it's an anti-counterfeiting measure. This 10's kind of beat up, so nothing really to talk about there. Condition, of course, is important to all collectibles. Series 2017A. This one's in a lot better condition. I like to just go to the bank and ask them for circulated notes. I usually get 1s and 5s and stuff. But I thought I'd change it up a bit. Do some $10 notes. Nothing in that serial number. Nothing printed out of whack there. Another 2017 A series. You know, 10s, just like 1s and 5s, have large print runs. Another thing to keep an eye out for is generally it's actually not ink from this bill. Well, the bill. But you want to keep an eye out for ink transfer from the other bills that are wet when they cut them from the sheet. And then they stack them on top of each other kind of prematurely, and ink will transfer over. If it obscures portions of the note, you can be sitting on an error. Of course, serial numbers. Keep an eye out for kind of pattern or fancy serial numbers. Even stuff like Starnotes, generally we'll see those in $1 bills. Can command a few bucks over face value. So, I mean, that's pretty sweet, right? Turn a dollar into like $3-4. A little bit of extra ink there, but it's so small and minute, I wouldn't call it an error or dramatic enough to command any extra value. This one's got a little writing action on it. Of course, that looks like a ballpoint pen. It's an older series, so this one's been around in circulation a bit more. I like to keep an eye out for counter stamps and stuff when the banks receive them, or some businesses. They will stamp the note just to show they received it, I guess. But sometimes you can get some cool stamps and some funky ones. A while back, we got one that was like a little penguin. Nothing in the serial number there. It's the dealio here. For a second there, it's a little stray ink kind of sliding over there into the borders of the note. Another thing to keep an eye out for is, of course, miscut or misaligned notes. Go to the links in the description box of, I think, every one of my videos. I don't know. I screw it up sometimes. But in the description box, you'll see links to helpful guides that are free. Hey! Looky, we found ourselves a nice Starnote. We're really hitting some Starnotes lately, man. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe just a bunch of moolahs going through the old banks over the holidays. But I actually don't really ever see $10 Starnotes. Nothing too crazy in the serial number. It is a Series 2013. And it's beat to all get out, but just because I don't see them very often, I'm going to set it aside. As you know, Starnotes are replacement notes. So something happened to that bad boy during production. They replaced it with another note being that one. And they show that by dropping the letter on the end there and replacing it with a star. Usually, if they're crisp, you can get a couple bucks over face value. Got ourselves some stray inking going on here. Maybe it's just kind of the fibrous materials in the paper, so to speak, we use to print our money on here in the States. We actually got ourselves what looks to be sequential notes. I get asked about that all the time. Just in short, sequential notes by themselves are not going to be worth anything more than face value. I don't care if you got 3,000 of them in a row. I mean, maybe to the right person, if they're really into that, these are crisp. So maybe, you know, you might get a buck or two over face value if you sold a whole mess of them to the same person, but I wouldn't pay you more than face value for just sequential notes. They're really common, as you can see. I mean, I asked the lady for used bills and still got a stack of them, so. Really clean, though. And a good example of kind of just clean. We can look across it. There's another area for those repetitious tens. Back of the note, same dealio. Other areas, like I said, around the trees here. There's so much, you know, minute detail going on. Check that out. Your serial numbers. But it looks like all of these, at least maybe at the bottom here, it looks like a beat up one. But these are all nice and crisp. I mean, I wish I had something that I found on one of these notes. So far, nothing. Because they are in great condition. You can see where they're fresh enough where it's got the serial number basically pressed through there. So cleanly printed. Unlike 99.9% of the other stuff in my videos, it's just jacked up. Close to ladders. Broken ladders at least, but nothing so far. I do like the redesigned 10s. Just for fun, let me know what your favorite bill is, just design-wise. Doesn't have to be a U.S. banknote. Little over ink on this 7 here. Close to a broken ladder. A few digits away, but pretty darn close. Now we're getting down to my favorite type of stuff, the nice beat. Give me all your garbage banknotes, you know what I mean? Just all the beat up ones. Give me anything. I don't care. More beat up, the more history to it, right? Nothing jumping out there. Lots of close bills to broken ladders. Last couple of notes down here. Nothing jumping out. Lots of 2017 A series, which I mean is a huge print. Nothing there. Thanks for all the comments and the messages, by the way. I'm trying to get back to people as quick as I can. I'm just one little old dude, so I try to, look at this. Talk about excess ink action. That seems to be printed under that serial number. I don't know. At the same time, now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of, it's easier to see not on camera. It just looks like it could be some crud. But I'm going to look at that under a scope. The damage to the note and wear to it is indicative that it's probably just some other stuff. But I'll let you know in the description box below, or I'll just comment on the video and let you know. I think the, to finish what I was saying, since I have attention problems, I'm trying to get to all your emails and messages. It's just little old me. So bear with me. I'm so sorry if it's been like forever since I've replied to you. Trust me, I'm going to get to it as quick as I can. But the more important thing is go to VarietyErrors.com, my website, or jump on the comments in a lot of the videos. There's some really cool people out there, some gals and guys that really just help everybody. So I hope the comment sections of the videos can become sort of that. You know, I can't get it to everybody, so I hope you guys help each other out there. If not, check out my website. It's all free. I actually just lessened the advertisements on there to be able to read the thing even better. But, you know, I got to make some money somehow to keep the website going because it costs money to host. So sorry for the ads. You know, just delete them. Use ad blocker, whatever. Anyway, found ourselves a, actually now that I'm looking at it, a written on $10 note, but a nice star note. I'll just hold on to it even though it's beat up, and I love me some star notes. And then this thing I think is going to end up being a, just nothing but a $10 note, but it looks like it's got some ink issues or an ink error there across the serial number. I'll take it under a microscope that I have, a USB mic microscope, and see if I can see if it's just some crud or if we got ourselves some value over face value. Let me know what you think of these finds in the comments below, but more importantly, let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately. I'll see you in the comments, and I will see you folks in the next video. Peace out and happy holidays.